Well, this is the Sir Optimus Club where I'm staying, and almost next door, with only one thing in between us, is the Swan. Well, the Swan was born in 1721, which even for London makes it a pretty old pub. I had dinner there last night. They have sausage and mash and fish and chips and, you know, roast beef and all the usual things. This store next door sells souvenirs and postcards, views that I'm sure you're familiar with. Anyway, this early 18th century pub is famous, as I told you, it's famous mainly because of its history. Back in those days when people were hanged for basically nothing, like stealing a loaf of bread or something, the gallows where they were hanged at Tyburn, Tyburn, which is now Marble Arch at Hyde Park, was the place where everybody was taken to in this wagon. They were wheeled through the streets, dressed in their finest or maybe only clothes, on the way to being hanged. And this pub, the Swan, was the last stop on the route where they were allowed to get off the wagon, go in and have a drink on the house. And it was called a drink for the road. And after they had the drink, they were back on the wagon. And so the pub gave life to two famous phrases, basically. And then they were hanged at Tyburn, and that was it. Next day, I don't know who paid for the drink. Maybe the jailer, maybe the state, who knows. I very much doubt if the person being hanged paid for it, but at least they got a free drink to see him off. How civilized, a bit like the last meal, I suppose.